welcome to the neighborhood center. How are we doing? I know. This is really, really tough. Now, we're not going to go to school till the end of the year, so we probably won't start school till September. But what you guys need to do is make sure you talk to your teacher, because there's a lot of online things that you need to be doing, and you could still work, and there's a lot of stuff online that you can do. So make sure you talk to your teachers, okay? All right. So today, I thought I would read a book since it's Easter. And Easter's coming up on Sunday. So we probably won't be able to do a lot of like big egg hunts or anything like that. But I bet you could do an egg hunt in your backyard. That'll be fun, right? Or if it's a rainy day, although it's supposed to be nice. But sometimes you could have egg hunts in your house. My kids, when they were little, they loved egg hunts, and we would have egg hunts like 6 or 7 times a day. They would hide the eggs, and then they would go and find them. They just had so much fun. They loved egg hunts. That's just how my little munchkins were. So you guys can do the same thing. You could have lots of little egg hunts. You could hide the eggs and then go find them. It doesn't matter if something's not in it. That's okay. You don't need to have something in every single egg all the time. All right? So the book I'm going to read is called Peter Cottontail. And what part of the book is this called? You're right. It's the front cover. And then what would this be? Easy peasy, right? It would be the back. If this is the front, then this has got to be the back, right? All right. And the author's name is Amanda Stevens. Now, what does the author mean? Do you know? Author. Is it the one that either writes the story or does she draw the pictures? Which one is the author? Well, I guess I told you that, right? The author. Amanda is the author. That means she wrote the book, right? And then we had the illustrator. His name is Christopher Santora. All right. So this is the book. All righty. There goes Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail. Easter was always the best day of the year in the Garden Valley. That was the day Peter Cottontail came to town. Higgly piggly, here I am, Peter would always say. You know what's so fun about Easter? Because it's in spring. And what happens in spring? Oh, my all-time favorite thing in all the world, the days get longer, right? But look what happens in spring. We get lots of beautiful colors. Have you seen the colors outside on the trees? Some of them are pink and purple and white. Oh, I just love it. I can't stand it. It's so pretty. All right. Every year, Peter brought Easter baskets filled with bright, beautiful colored eggs and sweet, yummy candies. There was a basket for each of the children. Higgly piggly, happy Easter! Peter would shout as he hopped from house to house. There he goes, hopping away. On Easter morning, the mommies would parade all their new Easter bonnets. The children would munch on their Easter candy. When I was a little girl, my mom, she would make my dress and my sister's dress, and we looked the same. Of course, I always had the pink, and then my sister always had the blue. Yeah. Anyway, my mom would always make us our dresses, and then we would have hats that she would make us, and we wore gloves, and we even had a purse. One year, my mom, she made us pink and blue. Of course, I had the pink. I guess I said that, right? She made us capes and ponchos, and she went all out and crocheted, and we just looked so cute, my sister and I. My brothers, they just wore suits that she went to the store and bought. In Green Valley, every Easter was exactly the same as the one before. Until one year to the day before Easter. I bet our Easters have always been the same, right? But this year, Easter is going to be different, right? We don't get to go to church this year for Easter, but we'll get to watch church online. Willie Wolf decided there would be no more Easter in the Easter fun in Green Valley. Those bunnies make such a big deal out of Easter, Willie grumbled to himself. Oh, humbug, right? They sing and they dance and they feast, and they were never invited me. There he is. He felt like he was never invited. Well, I'll show that Peter Cottontail won't be giving out any Easter eggs this year. Then Willie hid behind a tree and waited for Peter to come hopping by. There he is, hiding behind the tree. And there's Peter, all happy with his little eggs. Oh, look at all the eggs. They're beautiful. It wasn't long before Peter Cottontail appeared at the top of the hill. As soon as Willie spotted the happy rabbit, he let out a loud, furious roar. That roar scared Peter away. He dropped all the eggs. Quick as a wink, Willie scooped up the eggs and ran into the forest. On his way, he hid every egg. Willie wanted to make sure nobody would find them. Wow. Sometimes it's not good to show envy, or to be upset. We need to always remember we need to forgive people when they make mistakes. So the wolf felt like he wasn't ever invited. So he spitefully tried to do something. And he scared the rabbit ran. We mustn't act like that. We need to use our good judgment and just forgive and say maybe they just forgot, or, it's okay. I know sometimes we get those hurt feelings, but we need to overcome them. The next morning, when the children woke, there was not one colored egg anywhere. There were no jelly beans. There wasn't a chocolate bunny to be found. Oh dear, cried the littlest bunny. Peter Cottontail has forgotten all about Easter. Oh, I don't think he did. I think he just got scared, right? Of course, Peter Cottontail had not forgotten about Easter at all. He was out searching for all his missing Easter eggs. This is higgledy-piggledy horrible, Peter said sadly to himself as he hopped along. What do you see? I see the eggs down here. Do you see the eggs? Maybe Peter will find them. Just then, Peter heard someone singing in a rough, gruff voice. I've gotten the eggs so folks won't be full of laughter and cheer. Without sweets and yummy treats, there will be no Easter this year. That doesn't sound very nice, does it? Poor little Easter bunny. I bet he's very sad and can't believe that the wolf is acting that way. So that's it, Peter said to himself. Willie doesn't have the Easter spirit. Well, I can fix that, or my name isn't Peter Cottontail, which it higgly-piggly most certainly is. Peter hopped back to the Green Valley and told everyone what he discovered. What did he discover again? He heard that the wolf found the eggs that he dropped, right? And he heard that the eggs got hidden by the wolf. I love all the farm animals. You like farm animals? They're so cute. There are just the rabbits and the hen. Woolly Wolf had stolen all our eggs, Peter said, but that does not stop us from having an Easter party. We can still sing songs and dance and feast on delicious foods. As the other bunnies hopped off to start the party, the littlest bunny said, I know Peter Cottontail could not have forgotten Easter. Peter did not go to the other rabbits. Instead, he hurried off in search of Willie Wolf. That sounds like a good thing. That was the very brave thing. I thought so too. Thought it was very brave, especially since wolves are not usually the very nice to rabbits or pigs. Remember we read that about the 3 little pigs of the true story? Yeah, wolves, they're really getting a bad name, aren't they? When Peter arrived at Willie's house, he called, Willie Wolf, come out. So he knocked on the door. Why, come out with a big smile on, Willie came out with a big smile on his face. What are you doing here? He asked Peter. I thought you would be off having a big Easter party, but I see you have no Easter eggs. I guess that means Easter is canceled. Not at all, Willie, Peter said sweetly, but it would be a nicer Easter for everyone if you would just give me back the eggs you stole. That's very brave of him to go and talk to him. There are no eggs here, Willie grinned from ear to ear. See for yourself. Peter looked around him, and all he saw was an empty basket. Peter couldn't understand how that could be. Just then, the littlest bunny came up, hopping up behind Peter. Hey, Peter! Look what I found in his paw was a beautiful Easter egg. Me too, I found one too, shouted another little bunny. It was hidden under the rock right over there. So that's what you did with the eggs, Peter said to Willie. Well, since you hid the eggs, you can help us find them. Come on, everyone. Let's go for a hunt for our Easter eggs. I bet Willie did not expect it to be a good thing to go looking for the Easter eggs, right? Maybe that's how the story came, and that's how we are when we go and we're hunting for Easter eggs. So Willie joined the Easter egg hunt, and he had a very good time. I like Easter. Willie smiled, and I love egg hunts. This is the best Easter I have ever had. And all the animals in Green Valley agreed. In fact, Peter Cottontail decided to hold an egg hunt every single year. Higgly, Piggly, hooray! Everyone cheered. Look at the wolf. You see him? He's very happy. There are 76 eggs on the pages of this book. Can you find them all? Wow. I didn't know that. Boy, 76 eggs. Now, of course, if you were here with me, we would be going over them, especially if you were a bigger kid, right? So just because things aren't going to work out for our Easter, we can still make the best of it. You can have an egg hunt with your brothers or your sisters, and your mom or your dad can help you. Now, something else you could do with your eggs is, if you're able to get some eggs, you could dye the eggs. So what you do is you boil your eggs that they get all nice and hard. And then you take some vinegar and like egg dye, kind of like what we do when we do our green eggs in ham. You get the dye and you dip it in and you swirl it around and you put your egg in there. Sometimes, you know what you could do too is you could draw a picture on your egg. Now, you don't want to press real hard and crack your egg, and then it'll be a cracked Easter egg. You don't want that. But what you could do is you could draw on it. You could draw like a sunset or little mountains, and then you could draw birds or, just you, or you could write your name. You could do whatever you want because it would be your egg. And then what you do is then you dip it into it because the wax from the crayon will separate when you put it in the vinegar and the food coloring. That'll change the color of your egg. So there's lots of fun things that we can do. Don't forget, we need to continue to keep washing our hands, all sorts of that good stuff. And then if you're not by soap, make sure that you are always using sanitizer, a little drop here, a little drop there, and rub it on your hands. If you have a face mask, make sure you're wearing your face mask so that you don't get other people's germs. Even sometimes in your own house, you could do that. All right, so I wish you guys an all very, very happy Easter, and sending lots of hugs. And like I said, make sure you talk to your teachers and stay in contact with them. And one thing that the wolf learned was about forgiveness, right? So I think it's important that you guys learn to forgive one another. Yep, if we learn to forgive, boy, we're going to have a lot more friends, and you will be happy, because you won't. Sometimes when we don't forgive, we end up getting this chip on our shoulder, and it builds and it builds and it builds, and then we don't even know it, but our personality starts to change, and we become nasty, and we're not happy people. So you just get rid of that chip off your shoulder, right? That's what people mean when they say you got a chip on your shoulder. Yeah, you want to get rid of that, because we want to be happy. We're in a great world that God has given us, And this is a chance for you guys to shine and make things the best. All right? We so got this. I'm sending you my love. Mwah. And you guys take care. Happy Easter. Blessings to you guys. Ciao.